You know, I've never been a genius, but what I think I've done that is genius-like is I've always copied off the students that had A papers. From grade school till now, whoever was getting an A in the subject I was trying to get an A in, I was doing what they told me to do, or I was just copying off their shit. So if this is what he's saying to do, I would do that. And then the other thing is, do what you say you're gonna do. When you're in leadership, it's like having children. If I promise my daughter I'm taking her painting and I don't take her painting, we're in trouble. You can't break your word. Under promise and over deliver. Whatever you do, over deliver. Don't under deliver. So if you want to listen to Grant Cardone where he says over promise and over deliver, that's fine with me. I take that route a lot. But you cannot under deliver for people that you're leading. Do what you say you're going to do so you don't lose their trust. Have patience with people. Don't look at them for where they are. Look at them for where they're going to be 1 year from today. If you work with them with patience. So if I start working with a kid that's a freshman and, you know, he's a little cocky, you know, a little late sometimes, not exactly what I want him to do as a coach yet, I'm gonna work with that person if he can score touchdowns and have patience in what I'm going to do, so that next year I'm looking at him thinking, all right, if I could get this dude to put together the talent with the consistency and the discipline, he's going to be a beast leader for us on the field next year, but I got to work with him right now. And the first place to work with these people is, number one, they have to know that you care about them. Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. You have to first serve. Jesus Christ said, whoever will be the greatest amongst you will serve the rest. So if you want to be the greatest, you got to serve the most. You got to serve these people in advance before you're going to ask for them to follow you. John Maxwell says, before you ask for a person's hand, you must first have their heart. So before I want to pull you by your hand, I need to have your heart. So how can you win the heart of the people that you're leading? It's impossible to be a beast leader and not win the hearts of your people. I don't see how people can get all mad and hate their leader. And I don't, like, what the hell are we doing as a leader if our people that we're leading, we don't even have their heart? You got to build so much loyalty from people, from the way you serve them and the deposits that you put into their life, that they would take a bullet for you. Not want to switch teams because you're. So make sure that you're serving people. You're not leading out of a title and position, that you're patient with people. You know, we want young people. Well, you got to deal with young people. Young people are late. They like to drink and party. So understand that you're coaching younger people. You have to be patient with them. In order to get respect, you have to give respect. You can't just ask for respect. You have to give respect in order to get respect. I don't care how young they are. I always err on the side of over-giving humility and over-giving respect, and not feel like I am deserved of a certain amount of respect from people because I'm the SGA, or I'm a millionaire, or I won all these awards, or none of that. I'm going into it saying, I want to humble myself and give them respect. Like, I was 5 minutes behind for a mentoring thing yesterday because I was at another meeting, And first thing I did was apologize, thank the person for their time. Whereas if my ego wasn't in line, I would be thinking, this dude's lucky I'm even meeting with his ass. He better sit there and shut up. I'm only 5 minutes late. I'm gonna be spending an hour with him, one-on-one, taking time out of my day. But I don't let my head or my ego go there. I appreciate that person's time. They might have done everything in their power to be there on time, fight through traffic, get a speeding ticket, get in a blowout argument with their girlfriend, spill coffee, for me to come in and show them no respect and not even address that I was running behind and show appreciation. Then you start to lose respect from people. So I want you guys to have patience with people, respect with people, humility with people, and servanthood with people. Make deposits to where you can make a big withdrawal. Because in order to lead people to the promised land, you have to make big withdrawals. You got to kick them in their ass. You got to be hard on them. But the only way you can be hard on them is if you first put in a bunch of deposits into the account before you make any withdrawals. All right, that's all I got. What do you guys have for questions for me?
All right, so this was on development and leadership. So first thing I wanted to go over was office behavior. What did you conduct yourself like when you were coming up in the business around the office? And secondly, how close do you get to the agents or let them know about yourself so that they don't get too comfortable and then just try to cross the line and on a disrespectful level or think you're buddy with them, you know?
Yes, very, very, very good questions. So the question is, how did I act in the office when I was coming up, and the relationship aspect, you know, how do you get close to people but not too close in that respect. So first thing is, I don't compare people to me because I understand that I was different. I'm not saying this to brag or any of that. I just walked in the door with a different edge and a different focus. You know, I was all business, you know, in the office, zoned in, exactly what you would want a perfect agent to be like is what I was like. And humble as shit and listen to every word that my coach said to the point of like a yes sir attitude. You want 10 push-ups? I ain't worried that you told me to do it in front of people or how you said it to me. I'm going to say yes sir, and I'm going to give you 10 or 20. But people ain't like that. So that's how I was coming up. I always just tried to outwork people. That was my goal in high school, college, and in business. Is I was small, so I could say, what can I control? I'll be the hardest working person on the team. That'll get the respect of your teammates, and it'll usually get you the results. So I'm not going to let somebody in my office outwork me. Same thing in college, same thing in business. I pride myself on not being outworked. Still to this day, I don't think there's an SGA that outworks me. Definitely nobody that's big, that's doing more than $150,000 a week. Not one person. And I feel confident saying it to the point where every one of them would admit they know they don't want to even try to keep up with me, because I'll challenge them. And they're going to have to go to bed real late and wake up real early and do a lot of traveling. So I outwork the shit out of people is what's going to win. And then I want to get close to people. I want to get real close with people. But I don't want to allow them to see me f***ed up. So, like, I want to get real close with my kids. My daughter, she's 16. I'm real close with her. I don't get smashed where I'm slurring my words and shit all the time and I'm asking her to help me clean my throw up. You know what I mean? I'm not in the club with her, you know what I mean, grinding with other chicks and shit, you know what I mean, which I would never do anyway. But, you know, the point is, when I'm rolling with people, getting close with them, I'm still holding myself to a parent standard of, if anybody's driving, I'm driving, and they could drink so I can help them, so I can serve them and be responsible. If we're out at the club, other than after the recognition meeting, you know, and I say we're leaving by midnight, or I want to be out of there, I'm the one getting everybody out, making sure people are out of there, making sure we got a ride set up, we're done by 1, we're not waiting until 2 o'clock, we're not getting in issues, you know, I'm not getting smashed around them, you know, I'm not doing things that will lose me respect from people just because I'm spending quality time with them.